All right, we're rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the kitchen. I've got a special video for you today. I am here to please you, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, are you not entertained? Tell me, are you not entertained? But I'll tell you what, here in 20-something Palms, it is getting cold out. I know it's not winter yet, but winter is coming. In fact, look at this right here. Winter is coming. And you can see I'm getting ready for winter, ladies and gentlemen, because I've got my cold weather gear is on. Okay, today, from the kitchen, I bring you these eggs, all right? These are quail eggs. They're not your run-of-the-mill chicken eggs. They come from Quail, all right? I'm gonna cook some quail eggs up for you today, and we're gonna see how they look like. First thing first, turn on the oven, or the stove. Turn it on. All right, got that. And I'm gonna throw a little bit of butter in there. Let me set the camera down so I can use both of my hands here. All right, so I use Kerrygold. That's Irish butter. Only the finest butter. Okay, there's the finest butter. Now these eggs, I've never actually cooked a quail egg before. But that's what they look like. Let me grab a chicken egg out of the fridge and I'll show you the difference. Here's the difference. That's the size difference between a run-of-your-mill grade A large chicken egg and a quail egg. Alright, so that's the size difference, and it takes about 3 of these little guys to make one of those little guys. So I'm going to set the chicken egg aside. We're going to do a quail egg. Alright, so this is the first time I've ever cooked a quail egg before, all right? I've got a couple of them. It takes about 3 of these to make one of those, so I'm gonna throw them in here and see what happens, all right? And I'm gonna fry these eggs up, all right? Usually I scramble them, sometimes I fry them. It just depends. Butter's melting. Now I'm gonna crack these things. Never cracked them before, but, oh yeah, they cracked nicely. Look, they have a little membrane in there. I don't know if you can see that, but cracked. And oh wow, there certainly is a membrane. Okay, there's one of them. Checking that out. A little egg right there. Okay, and I'll do another one. Almost need a knife to open these things up. In fact, I got one right here. Yeah, that works quite nicely. I knew that thing would come in handy. Thanks, Vic. Two eggs. All right, turn that down a little bit. All right, let's go 3. Let's go 3 fried eggs. Here we go again with this handy dandy thing right here. So the shells are softer, but there is a membrane in there. And the membranes are a little different. Oh, look at that. 3 little eggs. There they are, 3 little eggs. And the butter is warmed up here, so I'm just going to move it around a little bit. I'm going to dump these 3 little eggs right in there. 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. There they go. Now, I crack them into here first, because I don't know if there's going to be a little baby bird in there. And I don't want to crack a baby bird directly into the pan. And so, yeah, that's why I cracked them into that container first. Got a little piece of shell I'm trying to get out here. Usually another piece of shell would help get that out, but I threw them in the sink. All right, that's good. Now, a little bit of ground black pepper on there. Just a little teeny bit. Teeny bit of that for some teeny eggs. And a little bit of pure sea salt. Nothing but the finest here, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing but the finest in this kitchen. Okay, we got the pure sea salt from Costco. I love shopping at Costco. All right, and then we're just gonna tease this around the edge, make sure it's all loosened up. Oh, and it is. It is. Here it is. You can see that, right? 3 little eggs. Let me cook alongside of it that chicken egg, just so we got the perspective going here. All right. So here's that chicken egg we were showing earlier. We're gonna crack that right next to this one. Oh no, they combined. That's not good. Tarnished the sample. Get away, you dirty chicken egg. But you know, quail are kind of like chicken in their own right. And there they are. Let's go ahead and flip these guys. Flip those beautiful little chicken eggs, these little quail eggs. All right, and that chicken egg's cooking. We'll give it some salt and some pepper. You know, let's be fair here. And just a little bit of that pepper goes a long way. A little bit of salt. That's great. Okay, so let's talk about these eggs real quick while those are cooking. Now these eggs, they come out of the bird, right? The bird, they come out of the back end of the bird, and when they do come out of the bird, they don't come out dry, okay? Believe it or not, they're not dry when they come out of the bird. That would hurt the bird quite a bit. So they come out wet, all right? Believe it or not, they come out a little wet. There's a little bit of mucus on there. We'll call it mucus for lack of a better term. And you don't want to clean that mucus off of there because that mucus has some natural antibacterial things going on there. Okay, let's take a look right there. That's our chicken egg. That's our one chicken egg. That's a regular large egg, and that's our 3 quail eggs, and they're about done. And let's see, this one's almost ready to flip. We'll scoot that off to the side. We'll flip this one. Not quite ready, but we'll flip it anyway because we're running short on our time here. We don't want to keep our viewers waiting too long. So there we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off because I don't want to burn it. Set it over here. Okay, we've got 3 quail eggs right there. And I forgot to grab a fork for this presentation here. There's a fork. Let's go over here and let's taste the goods, all right? Let's taste these goods and see how good they are. So here we go. Here we go. You can see that, right? Here we go. There's this one. Okay. There's this quail egg. 1 fried quail egg. Oh! Oh, it's so good! It is so good! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Oh, thank you for joining me on this beautiful experience. I'm cooking up a quail egg, okay? Here it is, the little quail egg. All right, got my winter gear on so I don't get cold out here. And they are good. They are good eggs. Special shout out to my brother Mylan for providing these quail eggs to me. They're so tasty. I just went over his house over the weekend, and believe it or not, there was this nasty little bird in the backyard, just one a day, just knocking out 1 of these little eggs a day. And that's all it takes. 6 days, 6 eggs. It's a beautiful thing. And that chicken egg is almost ready too. So I'll tell you what, quail eggs are good. I've had quail eggs before, but not cooked. I've had them on top of sushis, all right? And that's good. Some people do that. I like it. I like quail eggs on top of sushi, but this is my first time having a cooked quail egg. And I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is a delicacy. It is so good. It will change your life, okay? So if you get a chance, get yourself some quail eggs. You gotta crack it. They take a little, extra to crack because the actual shell is a little bit thinner than your egg shells that you're used to. But there's a membrane on the inside. I wasn't ready for the membrane. The chicken eggs have that membrane, but the quail egg membrane is a little bit more tough than the chicken egg membrane. So you gotta kind of cut it, and that's why I use this special cutting tool right here. It's got my name on it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got my name on it. Special cutting tool that I use to access those quail eggs. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. If you have questions or comments about the quail eggs, put it in the section below. Have a fine Navy Marine Corps day.